Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
All right, so why is this not working? Well, yeah, we got audio there. Okay, that's good. Audio check there. Audio checked here. Audio check there. There we go. We're getting ready for the grid. If I can get the live timing to show up here, we'll get the grid up here to show everybody, but it's not wanting to kick in for some reason. We're sitting here with Mark Kincaid out on pole. Darren Bruce there second, Trent Robinette there third, Matt Bank there fourth, with James Manderud there in fifth, Nathan Lafayette there sixth, Chris Isaacs in seventh, Christopher Elkire there in eighth, with Brianna Laurent there in 10th. As we try to get this to connect back. Man, it just does not seem want to work out here. And we're trying to get this up and running. I can't get the grid to come up at the moment. Let's see if we can relaunch it and see if that helps anything. No, it is not. Oh, man, this dang thing is going to be a pain in the butt tonight, isn't it? Okay. Well. Where is my iRacing at? The live timing is in here somewhere. There we go. Now it's back. So for those that may have missed it, here is our starting grid. Mark Kincaid out there on the pole. Darren Bruce to his outside. We've got Trent Robinette there third. Matt Bank there fourth. James Manderud there fifth. Nathan Lafayette will be starting there in sixth. Chris Isaacs seventh. Christopher Elkire there in eighth, with Brianna Laurent there in ninth. So as you watch as a pace car comes around here, we are at Martinsville tonight, the paperclip. This track is asphalt down the straightaways, but concrete in the corners. So the driver's got to really watch them corners, make sure that they don't have problems as they come through there on that low side. You can kind of see how it's asphalt up top, concrete down there on the bottom. They come down the front straightaway here for the green flag. Barney has it out. He waves it. They are down and away. And it looks like that was the 33 there. I'm sorry. And for some reason. There we go. Thank you. Down here in the corner number 1 and 2, once again, as we are on lap number 2, Mark Kincaid out front. And as you see there, out there, he is in green. So he is currently locked into the next round for next week. So is Bruce, who is sitting there in second. Third, that is Matt Bank. Matt Bank would really like to get up there and maybe lock himself in. We got we got Trent Robinette there in fourth. James Manderud there fifth. Nathan Lafayette sixth. As everybody's single file at the moment as they come down the backstretch. Looks like the 6 already has a little bit of damage there on the. I'm sorry, no, that was just my vision there. I thought maybe there was a problem, but Chris Elkire is not gridded up. He is not running here tonight. Chris Isaacs in this black number 3 here, getting around Brianna Laurent. She seems to be struggling here. And I want to know if I got coloring issues. As we're on board here with the likes of Mark Kincaid. Now we head back down into 1 with right here at lap number 6, up 250 here tonight, the distance. So a long one here tonight for the Old Glory Racing League and the Genesis Aviation Cup Series. And don't forget about the other sponsors up there in the top right corner. They have the Off-Grid Landscaping, and there goes Matt. He's going around down there in corner number 4. Bringing out the yellow here at lap number 7. There you see him. He got a little loose coming off of 4. So he backed it up some. So here we'll watch him in that Amtrak number 35. He is coming off the corner, and that back end just steps out right about here. And just he ends up going down there into that inside wall. Not much he could do there except for hang on to it. And honestly, doesn't take too bad of a hit down there on that inside wall. He takes some, but not a terrible hit, so he should be okay to continue. As we head on down through here with the caution flag here tonight, lap number 8 on the board. Matt Bank now back to 6 after that mishap there, coming off of 4. Lights are out on the pace car. So my colors seem to be okay. I don't know what's up with the lights there at Martinsville. Under caution, they're flashing pink down there on the interior, and then a different color there. When it's almost like a light blue whenever we're under green. Everybody stacks back up. Mark Kincaid out there in front with Darren Bruce there in second. And there you see Nathan Lafayette there in the yellow. He is trying to fight his way in, and we'll have these updated next week on who is fighting for position here. And that may be the I don't know. I don't know if that light's for pit road or not. We'll see when they come back around here. As lights are still on the pace machine as they roll through 1 and 2 here at lap number 11. Let us know in the comments who you're cheering on here, which driver you want to kind of see take the win here tonight. As currently it is Kincaid out there in front, Darren Bruce there second, James Vanderrud there third. Great battle is going to take place here tonight as these drivers fight for that playoff position. Lights are out. We're going to go green flag this time by. Pace truck pulls in the pit lane. Back out onto the front stretch they come. Who's going to get the better jump? They all come across that concrete, getting that jump right now. There comes Kincaid down there into corner number 1, followed by James Vanderrud, who's going to try to get in there for that second spot. But Bruce out there on that high side. And we almost went 3 wide there as Robinette comes up there in that 33. He's now in third place. They fight down there on the bottom there around 3 and 4. Back out there. As we got Matt Bank down there on the underside of Nathan Lafayette as we're on board there with James Vanderrud off the corner. Down here into corner number 2. Now we're with Chris Isaacs. He rolls down here through 3 and 4. And it looks like the 25 goes around. That's James Vanderrud going around there, coming off of 4. Almost similar to what we saw with Matt Bank. I would come off of 4. Keep an eye. There it is. It just swings out on him. Might have got into the gas just a little too soon. And got them tires broke loose, and around that car goes. But he did a great job keeping it off the wall. The other driver did a great job not getting into him. Then when he gets it swung back around, does a great job not getting into that outside wall. Oh, now we're back under caution flag once again here. This is our second caution flag at Martinsville tonight. All right, down here through the corner. We'll see how this plays out now off the restart as we're still under yellow flag here. Lap number 19. Green flag back in the air as we head down here into corner number 1. Kincaid back out front. There comes Trent Robinette down there on the bottom side. Going to see if he can get out there in front and caution back out. Nathan Lafayette bringing this one out. Back there. Oh, no. Nathan Lafayette gets tagged in the rear from Brianna. We head down here into the corner. You can just barely see it as we head out here. I'm trying to get a look at it. Here we go. Right there. Bump, and around goes Lafayette. There in corner number 1. So Pace Trucks is going to continue on the roll and back out onto the speedway. Third caution here, lap number 23. Don't worry tonight, folks. We have our, I have my caffeine here with me tonight, so I should be able to stay awake. Unlike the other night, I was almost falling asleep with all that straight line racing. There with Roughneck. Or was that Sunday night with Lightning? Oh, crap. I can't remember now. Oh, well. There's the 3 of Chris Isaacs. All right, thanks for that thought process there, Skittles, as we have a 2-hour limit, 60 laps per tank. Now that I would assume is green flag laps. With 6 extra set of tires here tonight. I don't know if these drivers are going to go through 6 tires, 6 extra sets. If all they're doing is just pacing around Martinsville. So as we saw there, we say in the chat there, he is saying about a 2-hour time limit. There's what we look like for time. So we're about almost 20 minutes into the race at this point in time. So you have 2 hours or 250 laps, whichever comes first. Pace truck rolls off. We're going to get back green flag racing as they come back out of 4, back around onto the front stretch. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away. Back out there into corner number 1 they go. Kincaid out there to another start. We're on board here with Chris Isaac. Now we're on board with Darren Bruce down here through off of 2. He gets back into the gas down here into corner number 3. Right there in front of him is Trent Robinette, who finally gets around Darren Bruce. Everybody rolls off of turn number 4 just fine. Back down here into corner number 1. Matt Bank there back up there in the 4th. Back up where he started. Got Bruce there in front of him. Bruce and Bank both, or no, I'm sorry, Bruce is okay points-wise as he is locked into the next round. So is Kincaid. Robinette would like to get up there and possibly punch a ticket in. Same with Bank. Now there we see Kincaid is in green. You got Robinette. Is a non-playoff driver. Then you got Bruce. Then you have Bank, who's in red currently, but could be yellow. Isaac's another non-playoff driver. Then you got Manderud there in 6th. Lafayette in 7th. Laurent there in 8th with Alkire out of the race here, who didn't grid up here tonight. Down here through off of 4. It is now, we are 30 laps complete. Down here, off of 2, back down to backstretch. What a move there by the 33. They drop Trent Robinette, almost getting up there into that outside wall. And look at those rotors glow on the front end of that machine there of the 35 of Matt Bank as he rolls down here into the corner. Them glow rotors, especially there on the front, just glowing red hot down here into corner number 1 and 2. Down the backstretch now out on to turn 3 and 4. There you see Bruce there in 3rd. And Trent Robinette going around right there. What a shot that was there off the roll bar cam of, or off the roof cam there of Darren Bruce. Robinette went around. We're going to bring out our 4th or 5th caution here of the evening. So we head down here in the corner. We come down here through the corner. Darren Bruce does a great job staying off the bumper. The 33 just looks like he just cut it down a little much, and then it just, he hit the apron, come off the apron, and that's probably what, yep, that is exactly what kicked it around. As he come off off of the corner number 2 there, out onto the backstretch. The 33 of Trent Robinette going around. Bringing us our 4th caution. Lap number 36 on the board now. Driver getting lined up. Well, there's still single file here. So as we heard there from the Skittles there in chat, we have 6 extra set of tires. Fuel tank is about 60 laps. But again, like I said, that would most likely be on green flag runs. How much farther could we push it considering we're under caution? That's going to be the interesting part here tonight. Drivers are struggling here on the concrete corners of Martinsville here tonight. Seeing a green hue off of that number 3 machine, which is kind of cool. Flags back in the air. We're green flag racing once again down here in the corner number 1. Bruce getting up there to try to get that spot, but Bank down there on the inside is going to try to drive it in there hard. Going to come down there, down the backstretch. Looks like that was Chris Isaac up into the outside wall, but unsure there as they roll down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Bank down there on the inside. Going to try to get that lap to work there as he heads down here in the corner number 1. That Amtrak machine, Matt Bank, trying to hold on. Now they now roll off of the back onto the backstretch down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Bank still holding on to that inside line as they now roll off. Caution is out, and that's going to be James Manderud going around. James Manderud up there in that number 25 Budweiser machine coming off the corner. Oh, boy, I don't know what happened there coming off the corner. Not sure if he got into the gas too soon or if he just kind of brushed off the wall up there. But he is now sitting in the pits. As caution flag waves for the 5th time here tonight. So, what do you viewers think of the racing so far? I know it's been a little chaotic. We're I-pacing more than I-racing more here tonight. To get through these 42 laps, we have taken almost a half hour just to do 42 laps. As we said, we have a 2-hour time limit to get to 250 laps. And then they're kicking us off the speedway. Down here through the off of 4. Back out onto the front stretch. And on the pace truck, lights go out. We're going to go green flag racing at lap number 45 here. Everybody getting lined back up, double file. We head down here through 3 and 4. Pace truck is off. We're going to get set and ready to roll once again here at lap number 45 as they take the green flag here. Barney gets that flag in the air. He gets it waving down here into corner number 1 they go. Mark Kincaid, great restart there as he comes down. Look out, and he gets touched there, and caution is out as we have problems going through the corner. Matt Bank around. He got in. Driver got collected here going into corner number 1. Our hard push here by Bruce as he comes down here into the corner. Gets it down into the 54. Gets everybody checked up. And Bank, not sure exactly what happened to him. Looks like he was just trying to avoid it. Drops it down onto the apron. And when it comes down there, picks up over that curb. It spins him around, getting him into the 33. Tough break there for Matt as he was trying to get up there to battle. And we're now under our 6th caution here tonight for the Martinsville race of the Old Glory Racing League and the Genesis Aviation Cup Series. Now Nathan Lafayette coming up here. Looks like Darren Bruce and Trent Robinette coming into pit road. They head on down here. There you see the drivers sitting there pit road. That is Darren Bruce and Trent Robinette. As the rest of the drivers come across the line. Coming down here into corner number 1. Down into corner number 3 and 4 they go here at lap number 48. So trying to figure out how many laps a caution series is. I want to say it might be something like 5 laps, but I'm not sure. We'll see if the lights go out next time by. Heading down here into corner number 3 and 4. Coming around, we'll see if we get the light, the 1 to go. Mandarod is out. So that leaves us with 7 drivers on track here tonight. Darren Bruce back here in 7th place. A run down through the grid. You got Mark Kincaid up there in 1st. Nathan Lafayette there 2nd. Chris Isaacs 3rd. Brian Laurent there in 4th. Matt Bank there in 5th. Trent Robinette there 6th with Darren Bruce 7th. Lights are out. So, yeah, it is a 5-lap caution. So we did figure that out. So it's 5 laps under yellow whenever the caution flag comes out, as we're going to go green flag racing back again on here for the Genesis Aviation Cup Series. Down into corner number 1. Kincaid out front. There comes Matt Bank. He's going to try to work that bottom side. Down here off of corner number 2. Bank gets down there and gets into Chris Isaacs in that number 3 as they all go around and up into that outside wall. Problems there for Matt Bank. We have issues here coming off of corner number 4, I believe. As you see, Brianna way up there on that high side, having trouble getting that car to turn. The 33 closed in there. Here's the 35 of Matt Bank. Got the 3 in front of him of Chris Isaacs. He's going to try to get down there to the inside. Coming down here into corner number 1. And looks like the 33 and the 35 got into the back of Chris Isaacs. And Chris Isaacs goes up the racetrack. There goes Matt Bank up the racetrack as well. and up into that outside wall. Goes that 35 machine. A 33 heavily damaged out there up top. Now, that's the one thing here with Martinsville is we are not it is not a so-called drafting track, so you can go and get away with some damage, but that car is not going to fare too well there. That 33 of Robinette, as we see it smoking, coming off the corner. If he keeps running it like that, he is not going to make it toward the end. Yeah, they bring it down pit road this time. Big damage there on that 33 machine. .35 of Matt Bank scooting across the bottom side of the racetrack down there against that inside barrier. Also has damage on the front of his machine. He heads down here in the 3 and 4. Caution lights are still on. I'm sorry, that was 1 and 2. Now we're going down to the backstretch. Takes me a moment to understand fully where we are on the racetrack. Sometimes I get lost. So 7th caution tonight. Got an hour and 25 minutes to go. Will we get to 250 in? That is going to be the question. We'll see here, depending on how many we can get done within the hour. And Bank moves it on up through the track. There's Chris Isaac. Lafayette down there on the inside of Kincaid. Off up corner number 4, coming to the green flag once again. It's green flag in the air down here in the corner number 1 to go. Kincaid off to a great another restart there as you see Chris Isaacs there. Down there on the inside, Brianna staying up high, struggling it seems like get that car to turn tonight. As we head down here to crew 3 and 4. We're on board with Darren Bruce as Bruce tries to bring it on through. Lafayette really wanting to get the win along with those drivers in red down there towards the bottom of the scoreboard here tonight. Amanda Rudd is out, so he's not going to get the win. Down here through 1 and 2 once again. Chris Isaacs sitting 4th. And at number 3 here at lap number 59 on the board. Down here off of 2 out onto the backstretch. Kincaid leading the race. As Nathan Lafayette there second. Out in through 3 and 4, back around. I'm sorry, that was 1 and 2. Back around here onto the backstretch. Down into corner number 3 and 4. Now they head off across the flag stand. There you see Barney up there in the flag booth. Keep an eye on all the racing action here tonight. Now we head back down the backstretch here. Kincaid out there in front. As we're here at lap number 61 of the 250. Chris Isaac looks to the inside of Lafayette coming down here into corner number 1. Lafayette knows he's there. He's going to keep it up there a little higher. Going to give that 3 room as they work there off of 2 down the backstretch. Lafayette still working that high side now as Isaac's down there on that inside. As they keep working there off of 4. Down here in the corner number 1. And whoa, keep it straight there, guys. Don't get off too beaten there. As we got yellow flag out here at lap number 63. As that most likely is your stage here this evening. Everybody coming into the pits except for Trent Robinette, who pitted at lap number 54. All right, drivers are coming off of corner number 4. They are getting off to that restart. Lafayette, not sure what exactly happened there, as he ended up looking like he might have missed a ship down there through corner number 1 and 2. Back out onto the backstretch now, as looks like Kincaid's there in 4th. We've got Robinette out there in front. Bruce there in 2nd. Lafayette there 3rd. As they head on down through here into corner number 3. Lafayette stuck up out there on that high side now as he drops another position there as Kincaid gets around him on the inside. Bruce and Kincaid closing in on that 33 of Trent Robinette here at lap number 70 down here into corner number 1. Halfway is lap 125, so lap 126 we can call it halfway as we head down here into corner number 3 and 4 back out onto the front stretch. Trent Robinette still holding on to that lead at the moment. And we're going off of 2 back out there on... sorry, that was the 4 back out onto the front stretch. Isaacs having issues there in that number 3 right at the moment as he gets it turned around there in corner number 1 and 2. Down here into 3 and 4 they go. Back out onto the front stretch. Lap number 74 on the board. We head down here through off of 4. Or I'm sorry, off of 2. Damn, I'm kind of nuts tonight here as we are running around Martinsville. I wonder if them cautions are getting to me a little bit here. Down here on to the front stretch. Trent Robinette out there in front. Darren Bruce there 2nd. Mark Kincaid there 3rd. And we head on down here through the back stretch now into corner number 3 and 4. As we're watching Kincaid there in 3rd place. He is in green. He's locked into the next round. Bruce in 2nd. He's locked into the next round. Isaac's back here in 4th. Just looking for a good finish. Bank would love to see a win here tonight. to help move himself into the next round. Same with Lafayette or Laurent, as they all move down here into corner number 3 and 4. Off of 4, back around across the stripe. It's still Trent Robinette out there in front here at lap number 77, as we are running here through 1 and 2 onto that backstretch. Everybody single file. There's Lafayette. Problem back here towards the back, it looks like. But also looks like Brianna is having issues back there as well in that 7th position in the number 6 machine. We're watching our top 3 here battle it out with Robinette out. There comes more Matt Bank now getting up there to Chris Isaacs as they roll down here in the corner number 4, back out onto the front stretch. Past Barney in the flag stand down here in the corner number 1. Them rotors are glowing as they roll down here through Martinsville's turn 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Robinette broke loose a little bit there off of 2, it looked like. As Bruce now gains a little bit there. Mark Kincaid there in 3rd. Really pushing on him here as they come out of 4. Isaacs there as well in that 4th spot. Everybody rolls back down here through 1 and 2. Kincaid there 3rd. Back out there in 4th is Chris Isaacs. Matt Bank there in 5th. So we'll see when we hit halfway how much time is left on the clock. And that'll kind of give us a roundabout thought if we can make it for laps or if we're going more of a time measure here. We head on down here off of corner number 4. No, I'm sorry, corner number 2, back around onto corner number 4, back onto the front stretch. Nothing really changing as of yet here in the likes of the leaderboard. As Kincaid's getting Nancy getting up there to Bruce, trying to see if he's got a way to pass. Chris Isaacs getting up there to Kincaid as well. Everybody rolling off of corner number 4 back onto the front stretch. Down here in the corner number 1 here at lap number 85. Front to back, and he's going to be Trent Robinette holding it since the start of the session, or not start of the session, but start of the stage as we roll down here through corner number 1 or 3 and 4 rather, back across out onto the front stretch, back down underneath Barney in the flag stand, making it lap 86 now on the board. As Kincaid is right there. I wouldn't be surprised to see these drivers use up a little bit of that front bumper here tonight, trying to get their way up there towards the front. As you see Kincaid, they're really working at the back of Bruce. Them rotors on the front of that machine, they got the front brakes really set high there on that 54 machine. They come into the corner. You can see how much more of that front rotor glows compared to the back rotor. So I would have to say that brake bias is set forward on that machine. And you got Kincaid right there at the back bumper. Lap 89 on the board as they head down here into corner number 3 and 4. And a little bit of tire smoke off of somebody as they work their off of 4 down across that front straightaway. And it is lap number 90 on the board now, as it looks like Chris Isaac was going to try to make a move there on Kincaid. Or I'm sorry, no, on a caution is out here at lap number 90. Unsure exactly for. I have no issue showing on my events. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there because I'm not seeing anybody really showing any issues here at lap number 90. Lafayette coming off the corner. Caution is there. And I'm not seeing anything here. I don't know what the caution would have been for. As they come across the stripe. So I don't see anything here. Skittles, if you're watching, if you can give us some insight about what this caution might be. Here at lap number 93 on the board. Lights are out on that pace machine. We're going back. Green flag racing. As they roll out of 4. Now we watch Lafayette down here into corner number 1. Lap 94 on the board. You got Bruce up there fighting on that inside. Now Kincaid gets around. Kincaid up there out in the second. Matt Bank setting his sights on Darren Bruce as they head off of 4 down here across the start-finish line down into corner number 1 here at lap number 95. Still got a... Well, it'll soon be 20 laps before halfway. As the 33 gets loose, and so does Matt Bank. There's a big problem back here as Bank got it all twisted up. The 33 also getting twisted up there with Robinette. I just see the 33 there. I don't know if he got help there from the 54 maybe. Now there you see Matt back there. He's getting up there out of that groove. He's going to slide up onto the asphalt. That's going to help him get loose. And it doesn't look like, yeah, the 33 is already sideways. And Matt Bank up there into the outside wall. He comes down and catches the side of Chris Isaacs, giving him a good punt there to the back quarter panel. And Chris Isaac gets it back up there onto the top of the speedway. 33 of Trent Robinette still trying to collect it up. They head down here through the front straightaway. Well, lap number 99 on the board. Let's go ahead and check our timestamp at the moment. As we are getting to that hour to go, and we haven't hit our halfway mark. Tenth caution on the night here. Lights are out on that pace machine. Lap 101 on the board. As we head back around here, it looks like that pace truck did dip down. We're going to get green flag racing. Kincaid out front, Bruce on his outside. Got Isaacs there third, Lafayette there fourth. As Kincaid gets up there, gets a great restart, gets to the outside, going to end up bringing it down there into corner number one. And it looks like we have another driver that is, well, I trying to see if we got all 7 out there. As we head off of corner number 4, back down through the front straightaway. And Matt Bank down there into the pits. We have Bruce out there in second here at lap number 103. We got another, oh man, trying to think here. We still got quite a few laps before we get to halfway. Down here into corner number 1. Everybody single file at the moment as Kincaid's out front. There comes Bank off of pit road. And he is a lap down now after making that unscheduled pit stop. Down here off turn number 4, down across the front straightaway. For the Genesis Aviation Cup Series here tonight. Down here through the back. Kincaid up there in first. Darren Bruce there second. Chris Isaacs third. Nathan Lafayette fourth. Trent Robinette in fifth. With Brianna Laurent there sixth. Matt Bank there seventh. James Manderud there eighth. Christopher Elkire there in ninth. Both Manderud and Elkire are out of the race here tonight. Elkire did not even try to grid up here tonight. Manderud did, but unfortunately had some bad luck on his side and has called in a night there for that number 25 machine. Down here through the front straightaway here at lap number 107. Kincaid leads it with Bruce there hot on his heels. You got Chris Isaacs there in third in that black and green number 3. And I know you guys might call me crazy, but there is some green shimmer coming off of that number 3 machine as he comes down here as the sun's setting here at Martinsville. And we never did bring up our race info here tonight, as we got 79 degrees for a track temp, 78 degrees for a ambient temperature, 45% humidity, partly cloudy with 2-mile-per-hour winds. They head on down here through corner number 1 once again. Mark Kincaid still leads it with Bruce hot on his heels. There's Chris Isaacs. Matt Bank, like we said, having some issues as he is now back here in the back, trying to battle his way back towards the front as he's currently sitting there behind Nathan Lafayette. Nathan Lafayette goes up there, up to the high side a little bit, lets Bank around on the bottom side. Bank really trying to get up there to hold on, to get back onto the lead lap. As Chris Isaacs there in third, right behind Darren Bruce, down here off of corner number 4. Back across the front straightaway here at lap 111. Down here into corner number 1 again. So we've had 10 or 11 cautions here this evening at Martinsville for this 250-lap race. As we work here off the back stretch, back around onto the front stretch, down here across the stripe, down into corner number 1. These drivers really getting a workout here tonight. As Mark Kincaid is out front, Darren Bruce there second, Chris Isaacs third. Darren Bruce looking to that inside, got that car right on that bottom. And off of corner number 4, they come knocked down across that stripe and down into corner number 1. Darren Bruce really trying to get that car down there, get that car to turn, and back out onto the backstretch they go. With Kincaid still leading the way. With Bruce there in second, Isaacs there third. Bank trying to get up there to grab a spot. He does get around Brianna Laurent. That she is also a lap down. Okay, scratch that. Brianna Laurent is out. So now that moves Bank up to 6th. So 6 drivers remain on the racetrack here tonight to finish out the Martinsville Genesis Aviation Cup Series here tonight. Kincaid out front, Bruce there second, Isaacs there third. Robinette there fourth, Lafayette there fifth. Bank Bank is there in 6th. Laurent, Mandarud, and Alice are all, or Alkire, not Alice. Alkire are all out of the race at this point in time. If we drop one more, we'll go ahead and just throw up the top 5 up there at the top of the leaderboard. And I can just say that if your driver's not listed there, they are out of the race. But Matt Bank still trying to hold on here what little points he can. As Kincaid rolls in the lead, Stout here still in front. And you got Bruce there in 2nd. Chris Isaacs 3rd. Bruce really trying to put the pressure on him as they roll out of 2, back down the backstretch into corner number 3 and 4. And they roll down through here. You got Darren Bruce up there in 2nd. Mark Kincaid out in front. As they roll on down through here off of 4. Round 2, down the backstretch, down into corner number 3 and 4 once again. Here at lap number 120. Average lap time around here is about 20 to 21 seconds. Pit lap times are about 42 to 50 seconds for a complete pit lap. I continuously work down here into corner number 1 once again. Kincaid still controls the race here at lap number 123. Of the 250 that need completed here tonight, if we can. As we said, we're unsure as we head down here through off of corner number 1 and 2. Or sorry, 3 and 4. We'll go ahead and do some math work up here as we hit that lap number 125. So if we got... There we are. Okay, so if we got 125 laps and we got 20 seconds per lap, we may not make it. We head down here into corner number 1. Stage number 2 in the books. And we'll go ahead and check out our time. We got 55 minutes to go. And if I was just checking the math right, I'm thinking it's going to take 62 minutes to complete the rest of the race. If I was calculating right, but I might be off on that. I don't know. We'll, wait a moment here. Wait a moment. So we need to complete. Well, it looks like we'll may be able to make it work. Oh, we're getting back green flag racing again. I think we're going to be pretty close here. And 51 to go, and we have I guess it's 51 minutes to go. We have a yellow flag out there. Somebody took a spin. I didn't quite get to see who that was. Might have been Chris Isaac, since he's got damage to the front of the nose of that number 3. Coming out off of the corner. Down the backstretch, down here in the corner number 3. Out of 4, and all right, we'll look here to see. There it goes. There he goes. Sliding up. And there he went around. That was Chris Isaacs that ended up going around there. So, back under caution here once again. All right, green flag back here in the air. We got 47 laps to, or 47 minutes to go. 141 of the 250 complete. Down the backstretch here, we got Chris Isaacs in the pits. The 33 there of Trent Robinette. Sorry for the quick break there, but I had to quickly go to the restroom there under that caution as we got back green flag racing here. I'm starting to see more cars here show up at green hue that I was seeing on that number 3 of Chris Isaacs. So I'm not sure where that green hue is coming from. And we head on down here into corner number 1 and 2. Down here through 1 and 2. Back out onto the backstretch. Down through 3 and 4. It's still Lafayette there in second. Matt Bank right there on his heels. Now you see that little bit of damage there to the front end of that machine is not really going to hurt him too much. As they roll down through here off of 4. Back around onto the front stretch. And through 1 and 2. Or, I'm sorry, I flipped back around again. We're down the front stretch down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Here with 100, or on lap 146. Right. So with an average lap time of 20 seconds down here through corner number 1 and 2, I believe I didn't get flipped around. Yeah, I did get flipped around. 3 and 4, back down here through the front stretch down here into corner number 1. Mark Kincaid really has put a little bit of gap here. As Chris Isaacs there is a lap down. Nathan Lafayette back here in second with Matt Burke there in third. Matt Bank there in third. Trent Robinette there fourth. Darren Bruce there fifth. Anyway, I'm off up corner number 2 down the backstretch down here in the corner number 3 and 4. It looks like Robinette's going to try to get underneath Bank. They head down here into corner number 1 with 100 laps to go. And we have 43 minutes to go. So if we could stay green, we may very well pull it off. As the average lap time needs to stay under 24 seconds to complete this race with the designated laps. We head down here into corner number 1 once again. Bank back in the fourth as Robinette got around him. Lafayette there second. Kincaid rolling around up there in front. Lafayette would really like to try to hang on to it and get up there to Kincaid to battle for that lead and possibly the win here tonight. Martinsville is a tough track, though. They don't call it the paperclip for nothing. It is tight turns, long straightaways, and I'm off the dirt side, so I know there is a dirt version of Martinsville, too, that we know as Williams Grove. Williams Grove is a dirt version where it's long straightaways, tight turns. Similar to the way Martinsville is. We head down through here, lap number 155 showing on the board. As the 33 gets loose, Ends up into the outside wall. Trent Robinette now down against the inside wall. Caution comes out as he tries to lock it down. As caution flag comes out in the airport another time here at Martinsville Speedway here tonight in the Genesis Aviation Cup Series. As you see him, he got onto that outside wall, a lot loose, comes down here, beats off the bottom side, tried to get it back underway, and then it just ends up skidding there. So back around 3 and 4 here. On pit road comes the 33. Mark Kincaid out front. So we're on our 13th caution. Mark Kincaid there in first. Nathan Lafayette there second. As they head on down here through the backstretch. Kincaid on pit road. Lafayette now resumes, will take the lead here. We'll keep an eye on the time as they as the time keeps winding down here. We'll keep an eye on that time. Nathan Lafayette is out there in front. Matt Bank there in second. Darren Bruce there third. As they head on down through with, you got, like I said, you got Nathan Lafayette out there in front. 35 of Matt Bank there second. Lights stay on the pace machine for another lap. As we head on down through on the corner number 1 and 2 here. Pace car is off. Here they go down here in the corner number 1. Around to go off of 4. Nathan Lafayette, great jump there off that restart. Caught Matt sleeping as he is up there in third, now fourth, as Kincaid gets around him on the bottom side. Nathan Lafayette, great job getting out there to that early start. Kincaid now trying to chase him down as Bank is back there in fourth. Bruce sitting second as they come storming down the front stretch here with a lap 162 shown on the board. Chris Isaacs back there in sixth. Robinette's there fifth. Isaacs there in sixth. Matt Bank down there on the inside going around Lafayette. Lafayette now lost ground. Bank trying to get up there. And oh no, we got them tangled going in the corner number 3 and 4. That's Darren Bruce and Nathan Lafayette. We head on down through here. You'll see the battle heat up here between Bruce and Kincaid. Kincaid getting into the right rear. Or I'm sorry, left rear. Bruce going around And Lafayette going there, and Trent Robinette having issues. Not sure where. Take a look here at Trent to see what exactly happened. As caution flag was already out. Looked like Trent was just trying to get up there to catch up to the pack. Okay, he stopped. That's why it threw him as involved. Lots of mayhem here tonight at Martinsville. Take a look at our time once again. 36 minutes. So 36 minutes. And how many laps do we got to go? Well, let's take a look here. We got to go 84 laps. In 36 minutes. Average lap time of 25.7. Still sitting as if we can do it. As we're on our 14th caution here tonight. All right, Bank off down there on the inside as Bruce decided he takes the top. They come around, restart zone, and they are away. Bank now gets off to a good start. Lafayette down there on the inside, dropping down there, going to let a couple drivers around as Bank now gets out there to a great start. Up there in front, he's going to get in front of Bruce. Bruce now drops down there, tries to see if he can get underneath him, as now Kincaid's there in third. Bank up there across. It is now lap number 170 here on the board as they roll down here through turns 1 and 2. And Kincaid getting a little loose and ends up having to back out of it. Great heads up there driving by those drivers as they head down on through here. As we say, we got 6 cars left on the track. Chris Isaac's a lap down. He is your last car on the track as well. They're in 6th position as they roll down through this backstretch down here through 3 and 4. Lap number 171 on the board. Going to be 172 when they cross the line. Bank getting a little loose there. Going to have to hold it down there on the bottom as here comes Bruce around on that outside. Bruce getting a little loose there off of 2. Going to let Matt retake that spot down there through 3 and 4 as they work around here onto that front stretch. Down through 1 and 2. It is Matt Bank, Darren Bruce, Mark Kincaid, Trent Robinette there in 4th, Nathan Lafayette 5th. Those are your lead lap drivers. Chris Isaac is a lap down back there in 6th. Probably giving more support to his teammates that might be out there. As we head on down now back down the backstretch, Kincaid looking down underneath of Bruce. Kincaid getting around Bruce. Kincaid did get a little loose there a couple laps ago coming off of 4, but now he's starting to get his rhythm back down up there in the second place now. Darren Bruce there in third. Matt Bank wanting to hang on to it out there in front. Now we come around here down the backstretch, down into 3 and 4. And this is kind of what I was saying. Since this is a short track race, not a draft track, that damage on the front end of Matt Bank is not going to really hurt him too much on the way of aerodynamics. It might make it tougher for the car to turn a smidge, but it's not going to completely hurt him too much to where he can't run out front. As we are now at 75 laps to go here tonight at Martinsville, as we head back across the stripe down into corner number 1 with lap number 177 on the board. Kincaid reeling in Bank as they now roll off of 2 down the backstretch. As there we see the 54 of Kincaid trying to find a way around Matt. Matt's going to hang it out there. That's going to open that bottom door up. That's going to let Kincaid down there on that inside lane, that preferred lane here at Martinsville, as they head down here into corner number 3 and 4. But Matt is hanging tough out there on that high side. Can't quite do it, though, as he comes off the corner. Might have touched the outside wall there out of 4, as now he works back down into corner number 1 and 2. In behind, Mark Kincaid. You've got Darren Bruce there in third. You had 6 Chevrolets and 3 Fords in the field tonight. 2 Chevrolets and a Ford are out of the race. You got a Ford now moving up there in the second. That's the Ford of Darren Bruce, and at number 27. As Matt Bank falls back now in the 4th, as Trent Robinette gets around him as well. Here at lap number 181 as they come down here into corner number 1. Barney still up there in that flag stand, keeping an eye on all the track. That Amtrak 35 hangs on there in 4th at the moment. Everybody works down the backstretch. Back through 1 and 2. Mark Kincaid has been really running this race well out there in the front once again. Darren Bruce back up to where he started the race. Robinette back up there in 3rd. Matt Bank up to 4th. And those essentially are where these drivers started this race 185 laps ago. Now we're head on down here into corner number 1 and 2 once again. Lap times low, high 19, lower 20s. Sun still trying to set here at Martinsville as we come down here into corner number 1 once again. Matt Bank holding on there in that 4th position. Might be down to 5 cars. I'm not seeing the times changing there on Chris Isaac's timesheet. That's kind of what I figured. Isaacs is out, so we're going to change his ticker over to the top 5. Oh, that's not showing up right. Huh. We'll just keep it on scroll then. They head on down through into corner number 1 and 2. Bank comes across that line down there in the corner number 1. We were on board there with Kincaid, having this race pretty much wrapped up in his hands here at lap number 192 of the 250 of the distance here. Down the back stretch, down into corner number 3 and 4. Oh yeah, Runkle, we are live here quite a bit anymore. Still looking to see if we can pick up some more races. We head on down through here in corner number 3 and 4, back onto that front stretch. A long race here tonight. Drivers unfortunately out of this here tonight, so we only got 5 drivers left to really try to fight it out. The drivers in green are locked into the next round of playoffs. The yellow is they are fighting to try to stay in the playoffs, and the red is they're on the brink of not moving on. Now, as I said, we got to really keep an eye on that, as we're going to have to update that this week after this race to really see who's fighting for playoffs and who's not. We head into the Final Four in a couple weeks. Well, this league, Runkle, there might... they only got 2 race, maybe 3 races left in this season. But I can definitely see about getting contact information to you. Sorry to hear that YouTube's not giving you your notifications like you need. Maybe we'll try to get the Me 6 bot working again for the Fleeger Farm gaming server, so that we can so people know when we go live. As we had issues with our old server last year and had to make a new one, so we're battling that. Closing in to 50 to go here for the Genesis Aviation Cup Series. And this is the Old Glory Racing League. Down here through corner number 1, or 3 and 4 rather. Again, I'm getting turned around here. Down here in the corner number 1 and 2. As we are 50 laps to go here tonight, as we're on board there with Darren Bruce down here through into the turn 3 and 4. That Amtrak sponsored car, he painted that himself. That is that is out of one of the sponsors there of this league. It is Racing Paints. And do great work over there at Racing Paints. Chris Isaacs, I believe, is the owner of that. Currently out of this race tonight. As Lafayette there in second. Looks like Mark Kincaid has pulled it into the pits, along with Trent Robinette. They need to stop for fuel. As we were told earlier in the broadcast, it is only a 60-lap run. I'm doing well there, Brody. It's going well. Long race here tonight for the Genesis Aviation Cup Series as we're here at Martinsville. 204 of the 250 complete. Robinette heads back out there. We got Darren Bruce still out front. Last pitted at lap 156. Nathan Lafayette last pitted at lap 165. Matt Bank on his way out of the pits. Matt Bank currently sitting there in fourth behind Kincaid. It looks like at 35 went ahead and got some fixing done on that machine. He's been running around with quite a bit of damage there after the one caution. Went ahead and used a quick repair here from the crew. They work here off of 3 and 4 back out there onto the front stretch. Robinette chasing down Bank. There comes Lafayette coming off of pit road. Lafayette trying to stay out in front of Bank. Kincaid really has this race wrapped up here if he can just keep on pace here. Darren Bruce, currently our leader, but he's going to have to come in to pit at some point, as his last pit stop was at lap 156. Like we said, we were told by Super Skittles there earlier in the chat that it's only a 60-lap run per tank of fuel. So we know Darren Bruce does not have enough to make it to the end. There comes the 33 of Trent Robinette going underneath of Nathan Lafayette as they head down here into the next corner. That is corner 3 and 4. Had a lot of craziness go on here tonight. We seen a lot of drivers lose it coming out of the corners there as the track transitions. Trying to get, and the other thing is, with that being a concrete surface there in the corners, those drivers, they really, really have to watch, or they do catch that back end, and that rear end does try to meet the front end as they come off the corner if you're not careful with that gas pedal. I hear a lot of drivers say it's almost like having an egg underneath that gas speed, especially here at the paperclip of Martinsville. You can't really give it too much throttle or that it's just going to break it loose. We see Matt Bank trying to work that outside. Well, that's up to you, Runkle. We'll have to talk about that if you wanted to join us one night here in the booth. Now we head down there and we got the 35 of Matt Bank looking underneath Lafayette now as they head down here in the corner at number 3 and 4. Bank trying to get up there to the top 3. Back into the top 4. Robinette sitting third. Kincaid there in second. Darren Bruce still has not pitted as he is out there in that number 27. I'm assuming he's going to have to come in to pit here at some point. As he, like we keep iterating, it's only a 60-lap fuel run for these drivers in these next-gen Cup cars. We head back down here into corner number 1, and the gap over second place of Mark Kincaid at about 25 seconds. So you're looking at over a lap. And we were actually concerned there for a while. Were we going to actually be able to run this completely out? And just out of curiosity, we'll go ahead and check a look at our time here. We got 18 minutes to finish the rest of this race. So I'm thinking we possibly could do it. Especially since lap times seem to be about 19 to 20 seconds a lap. It's looking plausible. We'll get the 250 in the 2-hour mark. Now we head on down through here. Lap number 217 on the board. Darren Bruce out there in front. In command of this race. There you saw Nathan Lafayette drive by. There's Matt Bank once again down here into corner number 3 and 4. As he comes around to the front stretch, bringing along with him Nathan Lafayette there behind him. Turn 1 and 2 once again. That 35 Amtrak sitting there in fourth. We head on down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Oh, sorry. Turn 3 and 4. Boy, do I keep getting turned around here tonight. I'm going to try to get in the description of these videos a link to the leagues that they belong to. And that way, if somebody's looking for that league, they can go and join it right from the description of the YouTube video. So that is something we're going to start doing in the next videos. I got to actually schedule them all. I got to schedule my next ones, as this is the last scheduled one on my monthly schedule. As Streamlabs only lets me, Streamlabs or YouTube, one of them, only allows me to schedule out a month at a time. So instead of me just keeping up with it every week, a month at a time, I'll throw them up. As we head down here into corner number 1 and 2, once again here with lap number 222. Kincaid getting around Bruce. So Mark Kincaid back on the lead lap. That's putting Darren Bruce at a disadvantage there. He needs to come in the pit, as those tires are, I'm guessing, pretty well worn off at this point. As we're talking, let alone fuel. I mean, pitting at lap 156. There he comes in. Darren Bruce on his way into the pits now. The lap number 223 on the board. Darren Bruce is going to bring it in. And he's going to end up going a lap down here to Kincaid's going to come around him. Same with Lafayette. We'll see how long that pit stop is as everybody gets their lap back. As we're closing in here to 26 laps to go. We're watching Matt Bank here in that 4th position. Mark Kincaid in that 54 out front. 26 laps to go now. As Kincaid comes off, it looks like he hit that outside barrier once again, coming off of 2. Now, we said these cars are can be a handful. These next gens can definitely be a handful as they come down here into corner number 1 and 2. Mark Kincaid commanding this race. Trent Robinette here in second as we're on board. Down through on to 3 and 4 now. Caution. With 24 laps to go, Darren Bruce swings it around. Now here we'll see him. He just got done with his pit stop. Gonna bring it down here. Ends up touching that apron. And that upsets the car enough to send him around coming out of corner number 2. .23 to go. Caution number 15 on the night. And as we discussed earlier, it's 5 pace laps here for the 5 pace laps for the caution. So Darren Bruce brings it back on in. So does the 33 of Trent Robinette. Nathan Lafayette brings it in as well. Mark Kincaid stays out. And yes, the plot thickens. This is going to be interesting to see how this all plays out now that everybody's going to be bunched back up here for the restart. We've seen some of the restarts go a little bit awry as drivers try to make moves going down into corner number 1, and it just does not quite work out for them as these drivers are getting tires here. Thank you there, King. Discord link. So, as Darren Bruce brings it back down on pit road, there we are on board with Kincaid. And as Runkle said, the plot thickens as Kincaid stayed out. He's been one of the fastest here tonight. His best lap being a 1948, and the closest one behind him that can run close to that looks to be our fifth place driver who's currently a lap down. That is Darren Bruce. Green flag back out, 19 laps to go. Here as we head into corner number one, side by side. Hopefully everybody makes it through. As there's Trent Robinette driving down there to the inside as they come off of four, or down here in the four rather, with Lafayette there second. Lafayette really hoping to try to get the win away from Kincaid here. As they head on down through turns 1 and 2. 18 laps to go. Lafayette's hoping them cleaner tires, them newer tires, prevail here. And oh no, Lafayette gets tagged from Robinette. Down there through corner 3 and 4. They keep it together. Robinette up there through, and we got Kincaid there in front. Matt Bank now up there into second as he got around Lafayette when Lafayette got bumped there from behind from Trent Robinette. As they come down here through corner 3 and 4, back around onto the front stretch. Down here into corner number 1 once again. Lap number 16 laps to go. Matt Bank back down on that apron and ends up skidding it around. He's going to bring out the caution once again. We see it here as he comes down here into the corner. Gets onto that apron, and it just upsets that car coming off. Great heads up there by Lafayette. He locked him up just enough to give Bank the room. And Bank went around. 15 laps to go, under caution yet again for the Genesis Aviation Cup Series down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Back out onto the front stretch. As we head on down here through the corner, back out onto the back stretch. $14 laps to go. Oh, it's going to get interesting now. Kincaid doing what he can up there in front. He's got 20 lap older tires. 25 lap older tires from that of Nathan Lafayette, who's currently sitting second. Trent Robinette there third. Darren Bruce there fourth. Matt Bank, after making another caution there, off of 2. Ends up back there in 5th. Sitting there in the pits. We got 4 cars out on the track. Mark Kincaid, still our leader. Going to choose the outside lane here. Lafayette down there on the inside. It's going to help Darren Bruce out a little bit, as Bruce does have a car to get up there. As Bruce and Kincaid qualified front row. Lafayette, though, would really like to see the win to help lock himself into the next round. Down here through corner 3 and 4. They're getting lined back up. And on to the front stretch, side by side. Darren Bruce down there on the bottom side. The only one that's side by side is Kincaid up there on the high side. Everybody else is down there on that low side. Lafayette going to hold that bottom lane. There goes Kincaid up there at the top side. He might get stuck out there as he's got nobody up there with him. He gets a great run off of 2 down here into corner number 3 and 4. But there goes Lafayette back around. And oh no! They go around here on the corner. 9 laps to go. And Kincaid getting beat around. Wow. Oh, here we see Robinette getting underneath Kincaid. Kincaid just trying to dive it underneath of Lafayette. A lot of bouncing, and he may have saved it there, but he got into the gas just a little too hard, and that's what brought him down across once again. Tough break there for Kincaid. And now he's starting there 4th after this. I believe. Oh, no, they gave him his spot back with 8 laps to go. And just out of curiosity, we got 4 minutes to go. Which one of these drivers is your client there, Runkle? Because they've all had their share of whoopsie daisies tonight. Seven laps to go. Things are really heating up here, and it's not over yet, folks. Lafayette back out front. Kincaid there 2nd. Darren Bruce there 3rd. Trent Robinette's in the pits. Matt Bank is in the pits. I don't think Bank's going to come out. Confidential. Okay. And I think there's a word for that, client privilege or something like that. I can't fully remember. Six laps to go here at Martinsville. The 54 down there on the inside. Lights still on the pace machine. And they roll down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Lights finally go out here at turns 1 and 2. As they work on down the backstretch here, 5 laps to go. Pace truck is off. 3 cars out on the track. Trent Robinette working his way out of the pits. And green flag back in the air. Robinette quickly tows it back to the pits. Getting into that gas a little hard, coming out of the pits, spun it around into that bottom line. Lafayette back out front here. Down here through 3 and 4. We got 4 laps to go. How hard is Kincaid going to push? Got Bruce back here as well. They come here off of 1 and 2. Back out there on through 3 and 4. Lafayette out front. Kincaid there second. Bruce there third. Bruce and Kincaid are both locked in. Lafayette fighting for a chance to get in. Ends up into the outside wall. That's going to allow Kincaid to come on by. But Lafayette gathers it back up, and he's going to fight there on the outside once again. White flag here, final lap in the Martinsville race here for the Genesis Aviation Cup Series. With Darren Bruce down there on the inside, Lafayette there on the high side. Lafayette may fall back to third after undergoing that small problem through that corner. And he does. He falls back to third here tonight as our results come in. It is Mark Kincaid out there in front with Darren Bruce second. Nathan Lafayette third. Trent Robinette fourth. Matt Bank there fifth. Chris Isaac sixth. Brianna Laurent there in seventh. James Manderud there eighth. And Christopher Alkire did not take the grid here tonight. Let's see who we got around here. Good evening there, Nathan. How's it going?
Going pretty well. How about you?
Oh, it's going. Long race there tonight.
Yeah, we had typical Martinsville issues there, kind of making the race a little bit long, but that happens.
Well, we started with 9 on the grid. We had 1 not grid up, and then we finished the race with 3. Kind of take us through your night of racing out there.
Well, it was an adventure, man. I was off the pace bad. I was kind of getting frustrated myself, getting down on myself there about the midway point in the race. But Mark kind of gave me some pointers. I kind of gave him some ideas where I was struggling. He gave me some pointers to gave some things to try, and that helped a ton. But yeah, I really owe a lot to Mark. He helped me get some speed. I gained about a tenth or maybe 2/10 after he gave me some pointers. So that was big help.
Not as big as a help as him letting you have the win, huh?
Well, yeah, man, I thought I was going to get that one, and then I locked up 2 laps in a row going into 1, and that bumped me back to third. But I mean, I know it's a low car count, but third place is still a good finish.
It'll help. I know we got just a couple more races left in the season. I think we have one more in the round of 8, and then we move on to the final 4.
I think this was it for the round of 8. I think it's round of 4 next week. I think I'll have to double check.
Oh, alrighty. Well, congrats again for third place. Who's your shout out you want to give tonight?
Just thanks to White Line, and thanks to Mark and Chris for getting me through my struggles where I was frustrated with my ability, and then Mark for the pointers, try to get me a couple tenths speed that really helped me contend at the end. So huge thanks to the team for that.
Well, hopefully we'll see you next week as we take on another track here on Wednesday night. Congrats again for third place tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the broadcast. We'll try to be back and see if we can finish a little bit better in third.
Alrighty. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
So that was Nathan Lafayette. We'll see if we can get with Darren Bruce now. Good evening, Darren. How's it going?
Hello, how's it going?
It's going well. This is Adam up in the booth. kind of take us. I'm curious to know kind of how your race went tonight.
Yeah, it went good for a while. Mark, he was a class in the field all night. I could stay with him at times, but somehow or another there on that last run, I got in the wall a little bit, and I got like almost 2 minutes worth of damage, and after that, I was just slow. I couldn't keep up after that.
Well, I know here at Martinsville, the damage doesn't really, uh, it doesn't really affect you too much, does it?
Didn't think it did, and the car didn't feel like it drove any different. But after I hit it was during that point, during that long run where I was right behind Mark. And then all of a sudden he started pulling away from me. I hit the wall, and after I hit the wall, I couldn't keep up with him. I was telling Trent on the radio, I said that damage must have slowed me down because I just can't keep up anymore. It was very minimal, but it obviously did make a difference.
Well, you still pulled out with second tonight. I think that's where you qualified as well. So you didn't gain, you didn't lose, but you managed to keep your spot after 250 laps of mayhem.
That's a long time to drive to just break even, ain't it?
Well, but at least you survived.
I survived. Martinsville is always about surviving.
I mean, I know everybody talks about surviving at the super speedways like Talladega and Daytona, but if you ask me, Martinsville's another tough one to try to survive at.
It's awful. It's about as worse as a plate track.
Sometimes. Who's your sponsors or shout outs you'd like to give that helped you get in there your second spot here tonight?
A shout out to my DSR bunch. Me and Trent, we kind of run as teammates on here. He runs part time. Shout out to you for doing the broadcast and the admins for what they do. Christopher Alcree, he does a great job. Shout out to Mark for winning the race. He was super fast tonight. And Nathan, he had a great run. Matt Binky had a great run. He just had that late penalty there that parked him. Trent it was just a good race all the way around.
Yeah, definitely. Some drivers definitely had a tough night tonight navigating Martinsville.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to have that on these big jobs.
But congrats on second place, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Thanks a bunch, man.
All righty, so that was Darren Bruce. Now we'll see if we can find our winner, Mark Kincaid, and he looks like he went on to celebrate somewhere else. So, with no further ado, thank you everybody for coming out and enjoying the racing here from Martinsville. I know it was a long, drawn-out race, and I want to thank everybody for hanging in there with us as we continued to bring you the broadcast. A long, long night here of racing. So, again, thanks everybody for coming out, and enjoy the rest of your evening.